Are you guys looking to move to Chattanooga, but you want more of a country setting or rural feel? This might be the video for you. Soddy Daisy is a great option, and today we're going to discuss why you should consider living in Soddy Daisy. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Living in Chattanooga, Tennessee. My name is Junior Francica and I'm a realtor here in Chattanooga. Now, before we get into today's video, like always, I just want to let you guys know that if you need help moving here, if you guys have questions about anything I haven't covered, or you want to talk more about things I've covered, feel free to reach out to the number on your screen. Shoot me a text, give me a call. You guys reach out to me all the time and I love speaking to you. So if you have any other questions or you just need help moving here, please reach out to me and we can make that happen. Okay, so today's a different type of day here in Chattanooga. I wasn't planning on recording today, but it's snowing, as you can see, and we don't get snow very often. But when we do, it is a nice occasion. It's nice for the kids to play with it, and we just love it when it does snow. But it only snows 2 to 3 times a year. But since it's snowing, we are going to record a video today. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about today is the location and kind of the housing market or housing prices here in Soddy Daisy. The location, if you look on a map, it's kind of northwest-ish or kind of north of downtown. At the very top of Hamilton County is Soddy Daisy. It's a relatively small populated area. I think the city only has about 13,000 people, and it is a very small area as well. So the median house price in Soddy Daisy as of December 2021 is $306,000. Okay, so from December 2020 to December 2021, they've appreciated 11%, I believe, all across the board in Hamilton County. So it's not so much appreciation like other places that are getting 14% or more, but it's still very decent appreciation. The housing prices are lower than the median average price in the market, so that's also good. One thing I will say about the area is it's more country than a lot of other places that I've spoken about so far, or about other areas in Chattanooga. And depending on where you're coming from, country can mean different to us than it means to you. So for example, I get a lot of people that say, hey, I want to live in a country area, please only show me places that I can have land and I can be out there. Cool. 9 times out of 10 we go to places such as Soddy and other areas and they're like, wow, this is too much for us, this is really out there, this is too rural for us, we want something less country. So what I've learned is that if you're coming from a big city, country to you really means suburbs here in Chattanooga, but if you really want rural, kind of not as much conveniences and being a little bit further out there, this is definitely a good place for you to consider. And I say that just so I can paint a realistic picture for you when you're considering places like this. It has a lot of advantages and a lot of things to do out here, but it might miss certain conveniences that you might be looking for as well. So just trying to paint as much of a realistic expectations when we talk about Soddy Daisy. So let's talk about the next thing, which is things to do or conveniences in the area. So I talked a little bit about it being country out here, and I wanted to set up that expectation. But one of the cool things is that here in Soddy Daisy, we have a highway US 27 that chops straight across it. And the good thing is that even though you kind of live in the country, you're never too far away from anything that you might need or might want. So living in Soddy Daisy, you're probably 20 to 30 minutes, depending on time of day and stuff, to downtown. You can also take US 27 down and take 153 to Hickson, and Hickson has all the conveniences you would need as well. One of the good things about Soddy is the parks that they have here. They have a kids park here in Soddy Daisy. It's right off of US 27. And in this park, they have a bunch of ball fields. They have a walking track. They have playgrounds. It's a good place if you have kids to take your kids out, or if you just want to go for a run or a stroll. It's also a great place to visit. Another great park in the Soddy area is the Veterans Park. The Veterans Park is not as big as the kids park, but they do still have two lighted ball fields. They have a walking track as well. They have picnic and pavilion covered areas. So if you want to rent for birthday parties or anything like that, you can do so. One of the cool things that they do there is that every May, I think it's the first Saturday of every May, they do a ceremony for their Wall of Honor, so that, you know, anybody that is KIA or anything in combat for veterans, they add those names to, they do the ceremony to add those names to the Wall of Honor in that Veterans Park, which is really cool. It's kind of open to the public, and anybody can go. And they also have you know, a helicopter. They have a tank there, so it's a cool place to just visit to, and it's another park that you have to take your family or just go for a walk and a stroll. So if you're looking for hiking or kind of more outdoorsy things to do, a great option in the area is Big Soddy Creek Gulf. And this area is a 285 acre place that is owned by the city and maintained by the city. They have relatively easy hiking or walking paths. They have a gravel area until it gets ungraveled, but it also connects to the Cumberland Trail system, and that's good because if you want to hike further out, then I think it's about a 3-mile hiking loop there and back. But if you want to hike further out, you just connect to the Cumberland Trail system, and then you have miles and miles of hiking to do there. Also, kind of in that area, you have a waterfall that you can hike to. I believe it's 5 miles there and back if you want to make it to the waterfall. But, you know, anytime you can find a waterfall and hiking is definitely a plus. I know you can use your mountain bikes, and you can bring dogs on a leash in certain areas of the Gulf. Another great thing about the Gulf is that in the summers, if you just want to cool off or, you know, jump in the water, you can kind of find a swimming hole. And for those of you that are not familiar with the term, is you just walk along in the creek, and depending on the creek, there's some areas that are a little bit deeper than others, and you can kind of set up your own little area around the rocks, and you'll have your own little pool or your own little swimming hole that you and your family or whoever you're with can enjoy. And it's kind of something that we do here all over Chattanooga, so that's definitely a plus. In the summer, you have somewhere that you can kind of swim and get in the water and cool off. So Soddy has some great parks and some great outdoor activities to do, and that's usually a main reason why people move to Chattanooga anyways. But one of the things that it lacks is shopping and dining conveniences that you'd find in other areas. So, you know, you have supermarkets in the area, so you don't have to go far for that. There's a Walmart, but if you're looking for, you know, Target or big name brand chain stores, there's not any of that there. The good thing is, kind of like I talked about earlier, you have US 27, so if you want that, you know, you want to go out for dinner or you want to go do something, you can get on US 27, go down to downtown. You can get on 153 from US 27, go to Hickson, where you can find Target and all the shopping and all dining you need. There are some restaurants in Soddy, you know, one-offs here and there, but there's not a huge selection of it. So if that's important to you, and if that's important for you to live near those things, Soddy might not be for you. But if you can give that up just for the parks and the outdoors and the country feel and the mountains that are up there, then that's definitely something that you should consider. So let's talk about jobs and local economy. There aren't many big employers in the area, so people that live in Soddy Daisy are not living there to also work where they live, if that makes sense. You know, they're living there because of the country feel and all the things that we've already talked about. If you're looking for bigger employers, you're gonna have to drive to downtown or Hickson or other parts of Chattanooga, which, you know, I've talked to many people that reach out to me and they say, you know, I commute 2 hours a day there and then 2 hours back. I've even talked to somebody that commuted 4 hours one way. So they would drive 4 hours in the morning to work all day, and then drive 4 hours back. That is absolutely insane. So this is a far drive, right? So you live in Soddy Daisy, and if you work downtown, it'll be a 35 max drive to work and back home. So if you're coming from places where you commute 1, 2, 3 hours, this is going to be easy peasy for you, right? So big employers are not in the area. Depending on your line of work, you might be able to find some employment, but don't move here or look into this area thinking that you're also going to find a lot of employment here. So one topic that I want to discuss, or a bonus topic if you would, is hospitals or medical facilities. Sometimes I get people that reach out and they always ask about, hey, where's the nearest hospital or medical facility for this area or that area? So I just want to touch on it. There's no huge hospitals here in Soddy Daisy. All the main hubs for all the hospitals we have is pretty much in downtown, right? So anywhere you live in Chattanooga, the main hubs are downtown, but all the main hospitals have, smaller hubs all over the area, which have ERs and they do other procedures. So if you're looking to live close to a hub, right, not the main one, there still isn't one of those hubs in Soddy. One of those hubs, I believe, if you go south of US 27 in Red Bank, there's an Erlanger hub, and if you go down to Hickson, there's a Memorial hub, and I believe those two have an ER. There is, a primary care doctors, a couple of urgent cares in Soddy Daisy. So if there's an emergency, you have somewhere that you can go. But the good thing is the one in Red Bank and the one in Hickson, they're about 15 minutes away. So you're not extremely far away. But if you need to live somewhere that has a hospital a couple minutes away, this might not be a good option for you. But that's just something I wanted to touch on because a lot of people ask me, and maybe this could help push you over the edge if this is for you, or if it's not a big deal for you having something that's only 15 minutes away. So who should live in Soddy Daisy, or who should think about living in Soddy Daisy? Soddy would be a great place for you to live if you love, a couple park. If you love having parks, if you love being outdoors, if you love the country setting. Soddy has beautiful mountains there. If you like that type of setting, but you don't mind being far away from conveniences or restaurants or things to do as much. And when I say things to do, I mean shopping and dining, not outdoor things. If that's you, then you should definitely consider Soddy Daisy, just because it's not as high priced as other areas, right? So you might have more luck finding stuff here. But if you like all the stuff I said, you should definitely consider Soddy Daisy. Like always, guys, if you have any other questions, if you want to talk more about Soddy or any other area in Chattanooga, feel free to reach out to me to the number on your screen. Shoot me a text, give me a call, find me on social media, shoot me a DM, whatever you guys got to do to get a hold of me. Reach out. I'd love to speak to you. And until next time, God bless. Take care.